Well, first off, good afternoon, Josiah Crawford. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, Miss Hansen?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Well, I see you put your horn together. That's awesome. But first, we're going to start with just some buzzing. Since you haven't been practicing yet today. So we're going to start with some sirens. You can just go ahead and do that while you do that. Awesome. Cool. What a great way to get our lips moving right away. Okay. So now we are just going to go on to scales.
Ready?
If you are feeling ready to warm up.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So you can start with your D major scale, okay? I wish you would have done it before. Okay.
So just D to D?
Yes. Awesome. And then for the next one, we're going to do D major again, and then I want you to slur all the notes. Are you going to be able to do it? Awesome. So we're just going to slur all the notes together and just kind of get that smooth legato line. Yes.
Yes. It's my first time playing that.
Wow. Yeah. You're doing really well. I'm glad this is our third lesson together. And you're so advanced. So that's really awesome. So for honor band coming up, you have to play 3 major scales.
Yes.
And do you know what you want to do?
I'm thinking G, C, and B flat.
Okay, awesome. So let's just go through and run through all 3 of those real quick. Make sure that you have your fingering down and we have an awesome tone so that you'll get into honor band for your 3rd year in a row. Very excited.
Awesome. I thought this was my 3rd lesson.
Yes. We have 1 lesson a year. So
Cool.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Which one do you want me to start with?
You're going to start with G.
Alrighty.
Perfect. Good job. All right, and then we will do C next. Okay, good. Good job on getting the slide out during that. And then finally, you will do your last one, B flat.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Do you feel tense right now?
I'm constantly tense.
Okay, because I was going to say you kind of do look a little tense, so just kind of obviously you don't you have to think about it, but not think about it, because when you think about it, you get tensed up. But just make sure to keep the shoulders rolled back and upright position, chest out, but,
Doing singer's posture.
Yes, thank you. I am a vocal major, so I hope to never have to do this. But you're doing great, and I'm doing great.
Am I thinking of collapsing down here or using these muscles?
You're going to want to use your intercostals, especially when you're needing to get that air out for those high notes.
You're right.
Yes, I know I'm right. I am the teacher. Thank you. And then we're only at 3 minutes, so we only have to go another 7 minutes. Wow. Okay, awesome. So now, for this point in our lesson, I had you work on some pieces I'm sorry, my phone needs to leave. I had you work on some pieces for today. So we're just going to go through it and do them in honor of the snow on the ground. You had 56 prepared.
Yes.
And we were really focusing on making sure that we have the dynamics focused and a crisp sound.
Cool.
So whenever you are ready to do that, we will go over that, okay?
Alrighty.
Okay, you did a really good job of following the dynamics, so I'm really proud of you because that's definitely what we were supposed to be working on. So we're going to go through it one more time here, and I just really want you to focus on holding out the notes for their full duration, and when we go from the piano parts to the loud parts, we want to have a little bit of a transition if possible, so you're not just blasting out that A right away on the next part. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so we're really just going to focus on, like, we can have a little bit of a crescendo right here, so we're not just blaring out that A. So it doesn't make it very obvious that this is forte.
All right.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Awesome. And then just remember, keep your shoulders back, and whenever you are ready. Good job. You did speed up a little bit, which is okay since it's just you. But just remember we need to keep that inner beat always with us if you want to tap your foot. But right here in this little area, you sped up on those. Okay, thank you very much. When you tap your foot, you're just going to want to do a subtle tap. You do not want to stomp. But right here, you sped up these G's, and you sped up a little bit for the rest of it, but it was fine. It was still good, and you did a good job of listening and doing the dynamics and connecting, and it was really good. Awesome. So another aspect of our audition for Honor Band is going to be sight reading, which is why I wanted to start sight read a piece that you haven't worked on before. So we're just going to do a quick one right here, 106. And even though it says vivace, we don't need to take it super fast because this is your first time looking at it, so we can just take it at a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alrighty.
Okay? And then just whenever you're ready. Awesome. Good job. Okay. That was really well. That was really good, and you did a good job of reading it. One thing I want us to work on, not even with this piece, but with every piece that we do, we want to focus on phrasing.
Mm-hmm.
So on this one, where would you say the phrases are?
I think maybe a phrase ends at each rest.
Yes, that's exactly right. So when we're doing that, we want to kind of connect them in a sense. Obviously, it's not like slurring them, but we want to make it more connected, just keeping our breath connected and trying to, go. If you can keep your breath for 4 measures, I know that might be really hard to do at your young age. So if not, that's okay. So one thing that we can focus on is just breathing and keeping full breath. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to breathe in for 4, hold for 4, and then out for 4. And then we're going to do that one more time, but we're going to breathe in for 4, hold for 8, out for 4.
All right.
Or, no, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 8. Okay? We're just going to do those 2, okay?
Sounds
Ready?
good.
So we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then one more time. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, awesome. So did you feel like when you're doing that how you have to sustain a lot of air in potentially a very quick amount of time in order to hold and connect?
Right.
Yes, awesome, okay.
Do you think there's anything else I could do with accents? for articulations here?
Yeah, I would say follow them. And then
Okay, well, how can I play a difference between a staccato and just an accent? Like, which one should be shorter?
yeah, so when we're looking at this, we have a staccato, accent, staccato. So you're going to want the staccatos to be as short as possible. And then the accents, we want to hit the note, obviously not like blaring, but hitting it and then kind of coming down a little bit. So they made that really easy for you by having it be 2 beats, so you're able to do that. So let's just run through and do this first phrase here where we're really just acknowledging that and trying to do the staccatos short and then the accents hitting them and then going back.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. So good job of acknowledging that. That's awesome. And it was much better at that time. Thank you for pointing that out. You are a very good student. Okay, and then for next week, we are going to have to end our lesson pretty soon here. But for next week, I want you to look at page 29. That'll be your sight reading, and then you're going to come prepared for me, and we're going to listen to it. Because this has a lot of the stuff that we were talking about today with connecting the phrases and also staccatos and accents right here. So you'll be able to work on that while also working on your dynamic level still, because there's a little bit of variation. And then you'll come back and work on that with me.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Josiah. I hope you have a great rest of your year, and I can't wait to see you again next year.